Alrighty, folks. Just had, frankly, an amazing race last night. Wanted to bring it to y'all from my perspective. So I'm watching the replay in VR, so I can move the camera around, show you what I'm thinking. Can't figure out how to get the relative up, so we're just going to try to describe where my relative position is. And yeah, so here we are. We're at Interlagos, extremely foggy day. Very foggy. Don't know where the temps are at, but the cars weren't particularly fast here today, so temps were probably a little bit difficult. So, anyways, qualified P4 on a pack of I don't know, I assume about 16 to 20 people, 14. Nope, more than that. 16, 17. Yeah, 17 folks here. So we'll get away for the standing start, and away we go. So, just checking to see how my launch was compared to the guy next to me. Coming into turn one, just being really gentle. I don't mind letting the guys get in front of me a little bit. With the pack racing and Skip Barber, especially with the draft, you'll catch up very quickly. So I just like to take it pretty easy. Cold tires are really tricky sometimes to work with. And so I definitely don't want to take anyone out of the race this early. Although, not saying I haven't in the past at times. Mistakes happen. So I'm just watching this battle unfold as we go through. So that's lap 1 completed out of 13 total. It's a very tricky corner in the pack. I should have a pretty good run off of here. Still being quite ginger with my lines, throttle. It'll take about 3 laps for the tires to really come in. See, they're getting a little racy, going a little bit off track there. On that corner, the white line is basically you go past it, you're off track. You get a 1x. You see my back's wanting to step out there, still a little bit greasy. Whoa. Contact up there, sneak on under. I'll take that. The car in front of me is Marco Valverde. I don't think I'd had the pleasure to race him, at least not this close before. And I really didn't hear. He basically ran away from me. Even with the draft, he's very quick. Let's see what's going on behind me. Oh, definitely got some company coming up behind me. They're going to be in my draft, so they're going to suck on up to me. Got my Planet Express livery going. Go back on into the cockpit. Back into turn 1. Get her hustled down, clip this apex, run right over this curb. full throttle all the way through here as much as you can. Up into fourth. And he's just creeping away from me a tenth at a time. I definitely have nothing for Marco here. This much fog is actually fairly difficult for me. I rely very heavily on spotting my curbs really early, and it just puts a haze over everything in VR. So I tend to turn in too late for a lot of corners. I had practice in the fog, so I do keep it in my mind that I need to turn earlier than I think I do. But you're still just not as sure-footed as what I would be in a clear day. There's the sun, barely peeking out. Missed the apex there, had to compromise my exit slightly. I am still at this point really pushing to try to keep a hold of Marco. Let's see how we're looking behind us. I'd be willing to bet they're still right on my butt. They're getting a little bit racy with each other. We'll move on into their cams. Watch the battle unfold. So this is Carson Krenz, and in front of him, Vincenzo. Oh, way back here. They got no one really close to them. It's really a three-car race here for second. Still plenty of laps, only lap 4, 9 laps left. So just trying to get into a rhythm. You see I go fairly wide there, make a mistake. I actually thought I was a lot closer to that guy's nose when I came back on track. I was worried about it. But I guess it wasn't a big deal. Vincenzo takes probably a bit too much grass there. How am I looking? How's my lines? So, the Planet Express livery is just... whoever made that, I appreciate it. It's beautiful. Saw Vincenzo still going a bit out. Making a mistake there. Looks like Carson's just playing it smart, letting the battle in front of him fold. More than willing to let the three-car draft suck him up a bit further. We'll see. We'll see if he gets racy. I mean, it definitely benefits me if he and Vincenzo start racing and I can pull away from him. Ooh. Carson goes a bit wide out there. I don't know if he checked up slightly for Vincenzo. Looks like I made a mistake. Let's watch ahead of us here. So he's going to be solidly sucking up to me under the draft. Oh, I missed my apex bad. And I'm way slow on the exit. He's probably going to catch up to me on this right-hander. You can almost like see the hunger in how he's driving. He wants that spot bad. Doing my best not to drive with my mirrors up here. This early in the race, I typically try to keep my passing on the straights where we're not slowing down too hard, going side by side. At least until track position dictates that we can fight without losing positions behind us or losing the guy ahead of us. So if he gets a good run here, I'll probably lift and let him pass rather than fight him into turn 1. I say this, I just did this race last night. I still don't remember exactly where things happened. So it's pretty fun to analyze my thoughts based on what I'm seeing here. Yeah, you can see the run here. Oh, I think I am trying to let him by. But he's just kind of putting a little pressure in there. Let's check on Carson. Yep, still there, still just watching the battle ahead. Going to my view. I wish I could bring the mirror up for y'all. You can see the swipe past the screen. That's me pulling a tear off. I tend to do it in the same spots. I'm very wide out here. I don't know if I saw him duck it in. Like I said, I think I just let him by here. I was very early, or very late on the gas there, very light. Ooh, Carson gets around me too. Okay. No problem. At this point, we got 7 laps left. We're coming on 6, halfway through the race. I'm more than willing to let these two just kind of duke it out for a bit. Maybe they take each other out and I get an easy second. At the very least, I know I can just keep up with them and make my move when I need to. And I know we're not catching first. He's checked out. And the guy behind our pack is way back here. He's not even on the front straight yet, and we're ending it. So we can race here. We can get a little dicey here. We're not going to lose track position to the rest of the field in any meaningful way. So at this point, it's not about going side by side for track position. It's more about safety. So I can take these guys 2-3 wide every turn if we want, but you're just risking stuff and you're not really going to get a benefit out of it. I'd rather them get racy, go wide, and let me get an easy pass. Just like that. Into third. Same thought process though still. I'm just looking to follow behind, maybe hit an apex or two. Maybe not. I'm pretty sure I'm slightly faster into this section. Which is good, because even if I'm slightly slower coming into the straights, the draft will keep me in there. Down to second on the concrete, turn in over this curve, over that curve, hard on the throttle. Trying to make sure the drag from turning isn't slowing the car down. So, look to the inside. I'm going to see if he wants to let me pass so we can replug. Carson had made a big mistake. I knew he was a fair bit back, so we had the potential to leapfrog each other, work together, and just run away from him, and make this a 2-car race instead of a 3-car race for second. Get around them there. But he is right on my butt. He wants to race it out. So, I lift. Same thought process. I'm not looking to race it out. I'm not looking to make let Carson have an easy pass on us when we get together. Oh, there's Marco way ahead. Let's see how far back Carson is. Yeah, he's caught right up to us because we went too wide into turn 1. No big deal. the way things work. If you're not out here to race, why'd you sign up? That little bit of like grass scree is off track. And I had to jam on the brakes just slightly not to connect it with this back end. So I kind of get the feeling that I can pressure him into a mistake there. And I'm really just kind of putting some screws into him. Just looking to kind of get in his mental a bit. I hadn't really raced Vincenzo before, so I don't really know. Still going side by side. I'm gonna tuck in behind him. I think I do, since Carson caught up, we're here in a race. I think I do start just kind of playing around with him. Seeing where things work, where they don't with him. He was actually a fantastic person to race with. I've never been this close on a regular basis with a guy through the track. It was a wonderful experience. Look at this. Giving each other room, give and take. We're not doing 3 miles an hour to do it either. We're moving pretty well. I've got the inside for the next 2 corners. Is really good position. Oh, no, I don't. As he crosses over me. And I think I overcooked this. Nope, hold it. Inside for this one. Way on the curb here, just to make sure I give him as much room as I can. I'm definitely not looking to just pinch him. This turn is very hard to hold the outside on. I don't think I could. Luckily, he has heads up there. I move way too outside here. Slide into his line. I get the clear. I barely open up this corner. Holding on to it tight. He's hot on my trail. Carson right behind, just watching the show. We'll watch this pass attempt. Again, I move way out of line. I'm backing off. I'm going to let him in. Whoops. Not the pace car. Whoop. Have to check up there for him there. That's a hard turn to compromise with the downhill kind of corkscrew style. I lift there. I'm just letting him go. That was a very exciting lap, but I'm not looking to make, what, 3 more laps of that exactly. Again, my plan is to really just feel him out and then just make my move when it's time. And Marco's way up ahead. Now, if I thought we could catch Marco, I'd have been on the radio being like, hey, let's work together, this leapfrog, let's catch Marco, let's do this. But no amount of leapfrogging is going to catch the gap that he's developed. Slight lift. I'm trying to... I know I get a run out of this corner a lot. And so I want to make sure that I'm not so close to his bumper that coming out of it, I have to lift. It's a matter of timing and experience with that driver to know when you can do that. So we are lap 10. Still not looking to race. I lifted way too hard there. I was just trying to make sure that he knew I'm not challenging him in this corner. He can take a good line, and I'll follow him through. Again, with the skippies, with the draft they have, you can do that. You can make those intentions clear because you're just going to suck right up to his butt again. Let's do a Carson check. Yep, still there. Yep. You can hear me just kind of lift. Now, at this point, he can hear my engine. I'm actually revving like crazy just to let him know that I'm backing off like crazy. I'm trying to play a little mental saying, hey, I could be past you if I wanted to here, and I'm not. I don't know if it works. I don't know if he even has his engine sounds turned up that much. But, you know, doesn't lose position, might help. Because things are going to get pretty serious here in a short bit as we close out this race. Woo. Just feeling out that perfect time, that perfect distance I need to be to get this run. Lap 11. 2 more to go at the line here. Am I going to challenge him? Looks like I am. Doesn't look like I'm backing out of it. I do get around him. Not very fast through there. My line was pretty compromised as I gingerly brought it in. And like we saw before, right behind. Carson check. Carson's right with us. Ooh, he's getting a little racy on Vincenzo. He's still biding his time. Oh, and I go wide here. Oh, maybe this is where I was worried about coming across him. Yeah, that was close. So in a draft pack, 2 cars worth of draft is stronger than 1. So Carson should have a pretty good draft on us on the straights. I have a feeling he's playing the same kind of strategy game I am, waiting for the right moment to get around. With the skippies, certain tracks, it's better to be either leading the final lap or trailing because of the way the draft will work out. Like Bathurst, you typically want to be trailing going through Forest Elbow into that straight. So you'll have people basically jostling back and forth trying to make that happen. Here we are, about ready to get into white flag racing. The car and my car. So this is the lap that matters, the one that counts. Taking it way wide, he's protecting the inside. Don't have really any spot or anywhere to go, so I'm just concentrating on getting a good run off of here. Staying sucked right on in. Uptight, he's protecting the inside way hard again. And I'm going to try to pinch down on him. Those practice laps where we were side by side gave me a lot of confidence with this driver. And I was pretty sure I could really squeeze down on him and not get myself pit maneuvered. Side by side, inches away. And we've seen this maneuver. Inside, he's going to have the inside for the tight right-hander. Or tight left-hander coming up after this one. Whoa! There we are. Alright. And I over-under him. But that ended up losing me a couple feet from him. Carson's back there, I can hear his engine. Just waiting for us to just take each other out and he can take the easy second. Coming up to what is probably the most important turn of this race. Into second. get that run. Missed my apex. He missed his apex. We're both outside. But I've got the run coming up. Try to suck as much draft as I can. And I'm pretty sure I'm coming up. There we are. I hear Carson. And there we are. Across the line, 3 behind. We're going to go back. We're going to take a look at that. There we are. We'll head up to the let's go far chase. No, not rear chase. I want far chase. There we are. Actually, we'll go back to the left-hander here. I keep on missing my click. All right, so that's us coming out. This is me getting the run. Now Carson had a fair bit of two-sided or two-car draft, and he's sucking up on me fast. He's coming up quick. Watch this finish. Look at that. There's probably only one way to summarize this. This is close. That was my reaction as I crossed the line. So I really enjoyed this race. So Vincenzo, Carson, thank you so much. It was amazing racing with y'all. So just some awesome top split action here in iRacing and the Skip Barber cars. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good one.